Hey you, I'm so glad you're here today. I'm Jenny Prochko from Al's Indigo, and I make videos about secular spirituality, writing and journaling prompts, moon bullet journal themes and spreads, mental health and awareness, and my story. Today I wanted to share with you my January monthly plan with me. As always, my spreads are full of moon themes, little doodles, all sorts of moon inspiration for your bullet journals, and goal setting via the moon. I do goal setting every lunar month. What I do is I set goals at every new moon, and then as the moon phases go on for the lunar month, I check in at each phase and see how I'm doing on my goals. And then at the full moon, I do a mid-month check-in. And then at the last crescent moon, which is a balsamic moon, I do a lunar monthly review to see how I did on my goals. These goals always relate back to my overarching goals for the year. If you're interested in setting your goals in alignment with the moon phases, subscribe so you don't miss any of my new moon goal setting videos. That one's going to be coming up soon. The first new moon of this year is going to be January 24th, and I will be doing a new moon goal setting video with you and show you how I set goals via the moon. Let's go ahead and get into this month's January plan with me. This month I felt like setting the stage and making bullet journaling feel special for me again. So I'm lighting a candle and taking a moment to just be grateful for this bullet journal and for the goals that I've set for the year. Last year I started making bullet journaling a lot more accessible and easier for me with the use of stamps. So you'll see a lot of stamps here. Up in the corner, you can see my moon phase stamps. I actually made those myself. I have a video on how I did them, and in with those stamps, I also have a coffee cup and a tree in that video as well. So if you want to know how to make your own stamps, go ahead and check out that video. I'll leave it linked up above and down below. You'll also see a lot of these acrylic clear stamps in my bullet journal videos this year. It's just going to make things so much easier and so much faster. This January cover page is inspired by a pin that I found on Pinterest. Make sure you follow me over there. I share a lot of really awesome, inspiring content for bullet journals, magical witchy things, and then also secular spirituality things that are good spiritual tips for anyone of any faith or for people who are not religious but want to be spiritual. Along with my January cover page, I'm also doing a cover page for my tarot card that I pulled for this month. I did a year ahead spread, which I will be sharing soon, and this is the card that I pulled for January. This is the Eight of Wands from the Wild Unknown deck. The Eight of Wands represents sudden movement or change, which I think is an awesome thing to have in January. I'm really excited to have that be a supporting catalyst to my goals this year. The Eight of Wands strikes like lightning. It's a card of news, change, or clarity in an unresolved situation. You might receive some surprising news that shifts the direction of your course. And now I'm working on the back side of the January cover page. This is going to be a flip out monthly overview for me. That way I can flip out this page while I'm on my weekly spread and still see everything that I have going on for the month. We also have a lunar eclipse this month. It is going to be the full moon. And now I'm just filling in with some gold accents. I have gold dots for Mondays and then 2 silver dots for the weekends. Next, I'm taping this into my bullet journal so it can function properly as a flip out. On the back side of my monthly tarot card, I'm writing my end of the month journaling questions. At the end of every month, I always ask myself the same questions. What did I learn? How did I challenge myself? What is a time saver and what isn't? And then also, what am I most grateful for? Every month, I also share a spirituality journaling prompt with you, and that video is going to be coming out next. And this is where I write it in my journal on this page. So if you're interested to see what the spirituality prompt is for this month, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. It's going to be coming out next. And if you want to see what the past monthly spirituality prompts are, I'll leave a link up above and down below so you can check those out too. All of my little doodles this month were inspired by that first cover page that you saw a couple of minutes ago. I wanted to keep it really simple, just black and gold and some dots and lines. I really enjoyed the spreads that I did last year that had really easy, simple doodles like this one. And now I'm taping in that cover page. So this is now the full monthly overview spread with the 2 flip outs. On the very inside of this, I'm going to be doing my daily tarot draw. I'm really excited about this. Last month, you guys really enjoyed this. So I will be recreating little miniature versions of my tarot cards that I pull every single day this month. And now I'm using some stamps in my journal to dress up the page a little bit. These little blue stamps are actually the eye stamp from the Crayola markers from the 90s. Does anyone remember those? If you're new to my channel, you'll be wondering what this spread is. This is a moon wheel spread. Every single month, in addition to a monthly plan with me that you'd find in any bullet journal, I always make sure to have a monthly moon calendar. Mine are always set up in the form of a wheel. If you'd like to see my past moon calendars, I'll leave that linked up above and down below. Since the calendar month of January starts after the beginning of a lunar month, we haven't hit our first new moon of 2020 yet. So I'm making a little miniature moon wheel. This isn't my full lunar goal setting spread. That is going to be coming up on the 24th of this month with a new moon. But we've got so many moon phases this month. Before we even get to our first new moon of the year, I wanted to make sure that I included this. So in this spread, I'm going to be writing out anything that I'm grateful for or any trends that I'm noticing on the full moons, and just checking in to see how I'm feeling. And then on the 24th, which is the first new moon of 2020, I'll be setting my goals for the first lunar month of the year. And now I'm creating one of my favorite spreads. This is my mental inventory spread. I like to use this to get all of my ideas out of my head, and it really helps with my anxiety. This is like a brain dump page. I like the way that mental inventory sounds much better. So this is where I'm going to be writing all of the notes that are floating around in my head so I can get them out and not have to worry about them anymore and not let them clutter up my mind and my anxiety. And here we are at my first weekly spread of the year. Instead of a to-do list or a task list, I'm titling this Things I Get to Do. And this is a rolling weekly spread. I was noticing that I wasn't using a traditional weekly spread that much, so I've decided to keep this very simple and very minimal and use this 2-page spread for 2 weeks. So I have the dates for 2 weeks on the left side, and then on the right side is my rolling task list. Before we get into the final flip through, I just wanted to say that I am so grateful that you chose to spend your time here with me today. I'm also really grateful for the past year and the community that we've built here. I am very excited to continue connecting with you and can't wait to see what the rest of this year brings. And then also, I can't wait to see what your journals look like. Tag me on Instagram at @OwsleyNago if you recreate any of my spreads. That's where you can actually find me the most, over on Instagram. I'm there all the time, and that's the easiest way to get a hold of me, at @OwsleyNago over on Instagram. Or find me over on my website, owsleynago.com, where I share weekly spirituality tips, writing and journaling prompts, little tidbits about the moon and how to move through the lunar phases with your goal setting, mental health and awareness, and my story. If you have any questions, make sure you comment down below, and I will see you in my next moon goal setting video. Bye.